Bailey's been at it again. This is another one of her little toys. And it had a nose. One of those noses that goes in like this and has a little clip on the back that holds it in place. I do not know how she got that off. That's supposed to be child resistant, but I guess it's not doggy resistant. Anyway, in the process of getting it off, she put a hole in the nose. Needless to say, I don't think I'm going to put this back on. She just pulled it off again. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to fix the nose. And then we're going to put some sort of substitute nose that maybe won't be so appealing to chew off. So, back to our threads here. We'll find us a nice needle. And find us some nice thread. Not exact match, but it's close enough. The stitch I'm going to do on this one is a little different than the ones I normally do. There we go. Okay, we got a nice needle. Get us a length of thread. First we're going to fix the nose itself. There's some tearing around that little nose and we just need to fix it. I don't know why I fixed doggy toys. I like fixing things, that's why. This one's been around the house for quite some time. And Bailey's new to our house. Our son, who's in the Air Force, had the dog, and circumstances were such that it was difficult to keep the dog exercised. And we live way out in the country, and the dog can get all the exercise it needs. Anyway, for this one, I'm going to do a slightly different stitch. I'm going to start it like this. Then I'm going to go through the tear and up on one side, through the tear and up on the other side. And what this does is it'll hold the tear together without taking up too much excess fabric. Just need to make sure I get the tear and not the fluff. And we're just going to go around and pull that tight, and the little hole will disappear. Because this is a stuffed animal and it's fluffy, nobody will see that stitch. For one thing, I'm going to cover the little nose with something else that sort of looks like a nose. Anyway. And we're going to come around here and pull it tight. And keep coming around. You can see where the little plastic nose was. It left an impression there. And we'll use that impression to size our new nose. Yeah, we got a couple of tears a little bit farther down. We'll just keep working our thread in and out until we get all of the tears closed. There we go. Let's check that out. Did we get all of them? I think the nose is tight enough now. Pull our thread tight. On this one, it did have a little bit of chew on it. It went through the laundry. Because it was the nose, I wasn't worried about losing too much fluff. And it didn't lose any fluff, I don't think. I was considering making a raised nose with a little extra stuffing in it. But I think that might be too dangerous. I'm sure Bailey would have that off in no time at all. So I could just leave it like this. And nobody would know. But he has no nose. Okay? Just because I'm a little OCD, he's got to have a nose. He's a cute little stuffed animal, and he was adorable with this little nose, which is all chewed up now. But let's see what we can do. So I'm working on a quilt project, and this is actually the fabric I bought for sashing on the quilt. And I'm sure I've got enough here that I can use a little bit of a corner of it to make the doggy nose. So we're just going to cut a little square off. It doesn't need to be very big. But anyway, we could fold it like that and kind of turn it under. That would make a nice nose, double it. Or we could just turn it all under by going kind of around in a circle and pulling it. You really don't want too much of it raised because the dog will catch it and pull it off if we're not careful. And just running a running stitch all the way around the little nose, kind of in a circle, not following the squared off edges. And we're going to make a little poof and sew that on for the nose. This way our edges are all turned over under and we don't need to worry about turning them under. Oh, we can cut some of that excess off. A little bit of excess fabric here and there. We're going to pull it and see if we can get a little bit of a nose here. Yep, that's what we're looking for. Now I'm just going to knot it. Just so it doesn't come undone on me. The knot's kind of irrelevant because it's all going to get tucked under anyway. Okay, there's my little nose. There we go. Get it situated to where it looks good. Hold it in place with a couple of pins. And we're in business. Now, will we like that? Yeah, let's adjust it a little bit here. Turn it a little bit. Does that look better? Okay, let's get us some thread and start sewing. You want to use a stitch that the dog can't catch hold of easily, and I'll show you one of those. You know, I know these stitches, but I do not know the names of them, and some of the names I have for them are probably wrong. I should look it up. I have an old book on hand sewing, published in the 1800s, I think. Anyway, all right, here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to come up through the nose, like that, and then we're going to take a little bite from here and come up through the nose again. Okay, what that'll do is it'll lay a small piece of thread from the nose to the, but not put a big loop, from the nose, and we're going to come up and we're going to go right in there again. Pull it tight, and every once in a while we're going to give it a anchoring stitch. Then we're going to go through the fluff, up through the nose. This is, what do they call that stitch? Anyway, but it's backwards. We want the excess thread to be inside the stuffed animal, not on the outside. And here we go. Straight down from the side where you went in, and then come back up. Here we go. Straight down, catch your fabric, and then come up through that nose. That lays it directly side to side, and it leaves very little for the dog to catch with his teeth, or her teeth. Bailey's a little female. Bailey is our youngest dog, and she can get to be a pain sometimes. She thinks she rules the roost, and the older dogs tolerate her, which is really funny to watch. Sometimes big old Jasper will put up with her. Jasper's is a black lab, and sometimes he won't. There we go. Almost around. Got a little nose going on fine. Almost lost my thread there. Gotta put some of that really damaged fabric underneath there. Not the nose that dog started with, but a reasonable nose. Now, we're going to go under here, we're going to tie a knot, and then we're going to close it off. Where did that knot went to the wrong spot? It's okay, we'll pull it through anyway. Okay. Replaced his little nose for you. It'll be fine for a doggy toy. Actually, it'd be fine for a child's toy too. And without the funky, chewed up plastic nose. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, like and subscribe. Thank you.